So, so a medical intuitive is somebody who can see imbalances within the body. Now it's different for everybody. And how I took on this title because I didn't know what else to call it until I saw somebody said that they were a medical intuitive, and then I saw them. I think it was a documentary, and then I saw them sit in front of somebody, read that person what they had, all the health elements that person had, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. That's exactly what I do. And then they said they were a medical intuitive, and I was like, oh wow, that's me. There we go. And so, so I'm a medical intuitive, and through the practice of Qigong allowed me to access this. Yeah.
And do you have knowings? Do you have? I mean, do you look at when you walk by someone on the street, you're like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I mean, how do you have your knowings? Is it through acupuncture and is it testing? What's your process? Sorry, I rambled on that one.
No, it's okay. It's in the beginning, it was like that. So I used to get little inklings in acupuncture school. Somebody would come in and I would, whatever they had, I'd feel it.
Go to their knee.
Yeah,
okay.
I'd feel it within me, which is not fun. And then that just kind of steadily, and I was like, am I really seeing this? And then it started really hitting me when a classmate came in with a cast, and then I saw somebody come in, they had a cast, and then before people asked, I heard skiing accident, hairline fracture. And I was like, okay, I just kind of made a silly face. And then they asked, what happened? And he said, skiing accident, hairline fracture from here to here. And I was like, that's bogus, man, okay. And then enough of that started to happen, I recognized, like, okay, this is really it. And so how I don't know how I know, I just know that I know. And then you can't project it, you can't assume, you just have to sort of sit, and then you just know. And all of a sudden you don't know what you know, but you know that something's off, and you just get this feeling.
And how do you dial it? How do you live in your human form, knowing that you could be at Costco or an airport or walking down the hall, and you dial in with someone and you know X?
Yeah.
How do you, because I know as an intuitive myself, it's almost like a dial that you have to dial, but I don't always do it right. So how do you, and then because you are human and you are having a human experience, how do you play with that?
First is you have to have your energy level higher than everybody around you. Energy, not frequency.
What's the difference between energy and frequency?
So when I describe energy, I divide it into two parts. So there's energy. Everybody talks about energy. It's so elusive. The idea is so elusive. And so they could be talking about this, that, the other thing. So for me, I divide energy into two things. Masculine and feminine. Okay? So energy, which is masculine, you can think of the sun. It's energy, pure energy, constant, doesn't stop, it's always there. Right? And then the other one is frequency, which is the moon. There's 28 days, right? Cycles of the moon. Every day is a frequency. So that's frequency. So energy is masculine, frequency is feminine. You have to improve your energy, which is something, because energy is constant. It doesn't change. So you have to do it through practices like Qigong and Tai Chi at this time. I haven't done enough yoga to know if yoga builds energy, but I do know that yoga changes frequency. So there's things that you can tweak in frequency all you want, but frequency, all the things that you're picking up from other people is based on frequency. And so you have to improve your energy in order for you to improve your frequency so that the energies and frequencies of others don't stick onto you. So this is tricky. I hope I'm explaining.
Yeah, go.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Because I've always seen it as like protecting myself in a bubble, like Glenda the Good Witch of Wizard of Oz. But I like your description so much better.
Yep, and that works. And that works because what you're doing is you're holding because that visualization, you're holding a frequency, and then you're also holding an energy. But as you're holding that, and if you're at a place that is much more volatile, or you're around hospitals where there's that energy is more draining, then it's going to drain because it's going to, by you simply putting up that intention requires, it's just like the spaceships, like what, Star Trek, right? In order to power up the shields, you need power to power the shields. The
Right.
shields are the frequencies, but you need the masculine, the energy to power up the frequency. So you can only power up your shields to a certain point, and then if your energy runs out, your shields run out. Yeah. So you have to improve your energy. So for now, it's through meditation. Sorry, it's through qigong and tai chi, meditation and other practices and visualizations. Those are all fall into the categories of what I call vibration. Frequency. So those are more feminine based. Energy is more yang based, and then requires physical strength training as well. So you have to do physical activity. That helps keep your shields up because you're a physical conductor. So everything that is coursing through you, you are a bioelectromagnetic force. So by you improving your muscle strength, you are also improving your energy.